Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available inside of our Friday early group. And that's going to be a brand new campaign that's going to be happening, so I'm super excited for that. And we have an open slot available in our Saturday early group. That one is a continuation of a campaign, but it's a lot of fun. So, I believe that's going to be everything. Go ahead. Tell us what happened last session, Bernie. Also change your display name.
Right, yeah. One moment. Last time we had, we'd been traversing through the old ruins of Draconia and found the way into this leaning tower where we've been tracking down the Volstrucker. And last time we breached into a chamber that contained a large beetle of some magical variety that we managed to defeat after a bit of a struggle. Yeah, and then we pushed on a bit further and read a bit about, we discovered quite a bit of interesting books and stuff in that chamber. But long story short, we continued on and eventually pushed on up through a kind of narrow shaft that led into another chamber where, as soon as Talsha jumped down, she was ambushed by this Volstrucker, and we had sort of been communicating with him through a kind of, I think it was a fly, or was it a beetle?
It was a beetle.
Right, a beetle that was sort of accompanying us through this shaft. And we had tried to make sort of peaceful contact with him, saying that we wanted to talk. And, well, he told us that he was up for that, and we learned that he wasn't actually being... he wasn't completely a Volstrucker anymore. He had turned into something else due to some kind of curse, this Volstrucker serum that he'd been subjected to. So we tried to break the curse on him and to sort of be able to draw it out of him, but it ended in a combat, and we ended up killing him eventually, and his body discorporated into just ash and mist, dust, basically. And that's where we are now.
So, you've all began investigating around this large, empty chamber. One of you discovering the door to a vault that you are suspicious has something very powerful behind it. Everyone else is tending to their wounds, sitting on the ground. What is it that you all would like to do?
I would like to look for the Volstrucker's effects.
Okay, roll me an investigation, please.
I would like to use session advantage on this because you know what I'm looking for. 24.
You end up going through some of these belongings here. Many of the notes and such are left in order for you to read through and see. You do come across, hidden away in many of the notes weird words that are disguised inside of them that stand out to you. It's a combination of different phrases. Seems to be some type of hidden cipher between all of these notes and everything else like that.
All right. I seem to have found possibly the cipher they use to encrypt their communications.
Could you see if that cipher works on this? And I'll hand him the encrypted letter I found last time.
This is going to take you at least an hour to complete if you would like to sit down and start working on that. We're saying this is happening during your guys' short rest, so that would just be like what you are working on instead of your arcane recovery.
Right. What is Lily doing during the short rest?
Good question.
I did put in the chat. Lily is looking at that vault for like the mechanical and arcane ways it works, and she's got enlisted Clover to help.
All right. Well, Bernie's just resting. Meanwhile, just relaxing a bit.
I did say last session I was going to help you with that as well.
Well, all three of you are working on it. So, Miriam, are you going to use your short rest to do that?
Yes, I'll go ahead and do that. We can take 10 minutes later to do the circle.
Okay. Roll me an intelligence check, please. This is to piece together the cipher properly and try to filter that letter through it. Also remove, I'm going to say 10 GP worth of paper and ink to do this.
All right. Oh, wait, I have my other whole spellbook. I can just take out 10 pages worth of paper and ink. Or paper.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to mark it down. That's all.
Got it. All right, intelligence. Dirty 20.
Okay. Over the course of this hour, you are slowly decrypting this letter. Lily, with the assistance of Tolsha and Natalie, I would like you to go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools check utilizing intelligence. Are either of the two of you proficient in this tool?
I am proficient.
The other two, the helpers.
I have Thieves' Tools.
That are you saying you are proficient or that you have the tools?
I just have them.
Okay, that is not what I asked. Thank you for the information. Unfortunately, in this matter, Lily, you are left to your own devices.
Can I cast guidance on her?
Absolutely. That'll be you every single minute. Guidance.
I guess I'll go help decrypt the book because I'd probably be a lot better at that.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, the other reason I wanted you here, Natalie, is because I kind of wanted to talk with you a bit.
Oh. What's up?
Well, and as I'm talking, Lily will be working on this. So just roll with intelligence, you said, right? The Thieves' Tools?
Yes.
Oof.
And your D4.
Oh, yeah, and D4.
So that's a total of 15.
Yeah, not terrible, all things considered, but that was also me rolling a 2.
Yeah. So we're sticking with that 15. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're all out of them.
I guess I do have my DM inspiration from last time. Can I use that? to reroll?
DM inspiration from last time. What?
I don't know. I remember I got a
A
DM
viewer inspiration from Sin. That allows you to retroactively reroll, but you have to say thank you, Sinclair.
I will. Thank you, Sinclair. I deeply appreciate it and hope that this.
And you have to say Scaly Squad.
I mean, of course, Scaly Squad.
There you go. Yeah, that'll make him happy.
Much better.
Should I roll a d4 again for the guidance, or
No, you stick to the d4. You get to re-roll the 20. So 32. That's strictly 10 better than 22.
Yeah. So as Lily's working on this, well, Natalie, just remember when we were at the asylum and get that in there. Remember the asylum?
Yes, I remember the place had a lot of nice books, actually.
Well, nice books, but also, scary horrors beyond imagining because some bad person was messing with crazy artifact stuff.
Yeah.
But mainly there's that one guy that I didn't really have hope for, but you did. And everything turned out well after all, thanks to Tulsha there. That being said, like this time, like I actually am starting to, care about people again, and just in general. I suck at talking. I want to see the world a better place. I want to see the world in the ways that it could be, rather than just as it is. Kind of like what you sort of showed me at the asylum with that guy. And, well, while that asshole there was a Volstrucker, he was fucked up. Like, not, like, actually physically fucked up by a bad guy. And, well, I just...
You want to know why I wasn't on this person's side and I was on the other person's side?
Well, probably because the other one was a actual probably good guy before, and this guy was a Volstrucker.
No. That person was transformed against their will at an asylum and was still trying to hold on to whatever humanity had left. This person transformed themselves. They actively did this to themselves. And then they said, and this is me quoting him, "I'm not sure what I'll do when I come back, but I don't want to be like this." You can be a victim of something, or you can be the consequence of your own actions. This is an example of the consequence of your own actions. If we cured that guy, I don't think anything would have changed. I think he would have went to continue doing his experiments, blowing up animals, or insects in this case, and not caring about anyone else, including our nice little head friend there that no one's picked up.
Oh, no, actually, I think Lily would have picked him up. I think it's funnier that way that we forgot about him now.
I mean, I'm probably holding him since you're doing the lockpicks right now.
Just, yeah, fuck all of you.
Sorry. It was a hectic couple of seconds, but I'll just I worry for you, Natalie. I feel like we are gonna find your dad, right? I promise you, we're gonna get him. He's gonna be alive and all that, and everything's gonna work out well.
I hope so.
That being said, I don't want you to lose who you are in the process, like I almost did doing this whole before we thought it was a thing.
I'll keep that in mind.
I hope you do. Just if you need to talk about things, I'm here. I'm not great at talking, but I'm here. I can listen. I can also make you cool stuff.
Noticed, and she looks down at the shoes.
Can you put your hand right there? Hold this.
Just gonna put her hand
And this is Lily doing the 31 stuff. Is she's kind of like has to probably do a bunch of complicated things.
Oh,
but she does it.
this is the most complicated vault you have ever worked on in your life.
Yeah. So she just doesn't have enough hands at the moment, but that's what Natalie and Tulsha are here for.
Fair, I think this is the second vault you've ever worked on in your life.
And Tulsha, can you hold that? Hey, can you put Bronze Head right there?
Sure.
Thank you. And what it does a 31 or 32 open the thing?
We'll find out here in a moment. I'm typing out what Miriam found out first.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
What is Jeriel doing during the short rest?
Good
Not a
question.
whole lot of anything. Just
All right.
just pacing and punching the bolts every now and then.
Right. Be just strolling over, sort of, and so, Jeriel, I don't really, we haven't really had a chance to really talk that much. Well, I suppose we have, but we just haven't done it. I was just sort of wondering if, because you're one of those punchy people. Do you call yourself monks here? I'm not sure exactly if it's, or is it, what's the word?
Adventurer?
No, I'm sort of referring to your style of fighting.
Yeah, I just fight. I'm like really strong and fast, and punch people. Kick them
Right, but-
sometimes, sometimes a good elbow or knee or something, but that's it.
Well,
What do you
yeah,
call
sure, I mean,
your do you got a special name for how you swing your sword or something?
well, I was taught in the, rather traditional sword and shield technique of Zenharar. It's I think that was the name of the technique, at least.
Never heard of it. Who taught you?
I was taught by my mentor at back at the order. Well, I had a captain his name was Victor Grimsfield. He taught me mostly. He was my main mentor. But several others, of course. It's rather sort of traditional style.
So it's like
Oh.
it's always a sword and a shield, or like is it?
It's, well, it's a shield defensively focused on shield techniques, of course. But the main weapon can be sword and axe. I actually prefer axes, but haven't really come across any. I have this magical sword, so I'd rather use that instead of my old axe. It's got sentimental value.
So like a hatchet or like a double-sided battle axe. Like what's the ideal?
Ideal. It depends sort of on what you're fighting, I suppose. Well, if you're up against skeletons or those kind of things, a big blunt weapon usually does the trick better than a bladed weapon, of course.
Right.
So how do you actually if you come up against something that is let's say some soft squishy target like a jellyfish or some kind of thing that's not very susceptible to blunt weapons or fists rather, how would you is biting part of your sort of repertoire?
Like a jellyfish.
Well, that's I'm not sure if there are sort of like jellyfish monsters. I mean, there's all kinds of monsters. I don't know half of them.
I mean, something I can't punch, I could probably rip it apart if it's like soft or something, I imagine.
Right.
You just hurt the thing. You know, a lot of things will they can't take a whole lot of a beating. Not too long anyway.
Right. Well, that's true enough. But I'm just, have you been trained in the use of weapons at all, or is it like just your own body you use?
I mean, I haven't been trained. If that like it seemed like there was a implication there. No, I've never.
No,
just,
it's no implication at all. I'm just curious.
You know, got in a lot of fights when I was a kid, and just kind of. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't so much I was a better fighter, just kind of I had a better physique, you could say, and
Right.
yeah, it seemed to get a lot easier the more it occurred.
Right. I do familiarize, or rather, I recognize that kind of thing. Yeah. My brother and we used to get into fights quite often when we were young, and I was usually the one that ended up taking most of the damage from his poor choice
Right.
of words in some cases. But
Well-
well, I learned to punch back, but I don't think I could punch quite as well as you do.
You know, I'll tell you, Bernie, since you're asking, I think I'm a little too strong. I tend to uh have to I don't know how hard um sometimes I can't fully control it, and it's kind of a power from the upper planes.
Oh,
It's it can be kind of dangerous sometimes. So, I try to mix it up and not lean too much into it. It's
right.
just really dangerous. And
So do you have trouble with like handling certain brittle things and such, or is that?
I mean, no, it's not that bad. Just, sometimes you'll want to punch a hole in the wall and you
Right.
punch away the wall, and it's kind of a problem.
Oh, well, I haven't exactly experienced that. No.
Yeah.
So you can punch away a wall.
It can happen. I try not to let it.
So, well, I'd
Weak
certainly like to-
walls, right? Like not. We're not talking about like a wall in a city that might have once been there and no longer is, but
Right. Well,
like
yeah.
a home or something.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, that's quite impressive. But, well, yeah. I mean, I was just kind of I've been wanting to learn how to do a sort of proper punch. Like I like I can punch like my natural instinct tells me to, but you have like formal kind of training for how to correctly punch using like your fists, right? I mean,
Your God.
yes,
You believe in him, right?
yeah, her, the law
Yeah.
bearer, yeah.
Well, sure. And they've given you some of their power because obviously you're capable, and we just saw. Have you ever tried focusing that into more yourself as opposed to your weapon?
Well, no, I sort of I don't really see myself sort of as a weapon in that case, kind of. Are we getting into more philosophical territory, I suppose?
No.
Or-
I was
or would
you were asking it like about punching things harder, and I was just trying to give you some insight. That's kind of how it tends to work for me, at least.
No, so you have to like view yourself. How do you do like Yeah.
It's just kind of like always there, continuous. It's like omnipresent, and you just have to. Well, I guess for other people, they would just want to focus on it. You really focus, you harness it, and you kind of put it into that one spot. It's a little different for me, but I'm sure it works that way for a lot of people. I've fought people who like worship deities and whatnot before. Some
Right.
some good, some bad, but they all kind of express it the same way.
Right. It's not actually that long ago. We were before we went on, got on the ship and all that. We had this excursion out to a lake outside of Nicodranas, where we talked to this hermit fellow, and he told me I don't quite believe him, but he said something that, well, I found it kind of blasphemous, actually, kind of. But it's he said that paladins and everyone really has the capacity to like manifest their own power, and it seems like that's sort of what you're getting into. I've always seen these as kind of blessings or gifts given to me by the lawbearer as a kind of thanks for being in her service. But so you're saying that we have like our own sort of innate source of power?
Yeah, I mean, all of you guys, everybody. I mean, you're all gifted. I mean, not just you, but everybody on Exandria is pretty much.
Well, sure, but
special.
everyone. I mean, there's like with magic and such. It's kind of like a separate source that you tap into, right? That you
No.
learn to.
I mean, it's different magic. Yeah, it takes some aptitude, but I mean, everybody's divine. Everyone's created by the gods.
Right? Yeah. Well, yeah, of course, but we're not divine, though. That's.
I mean, if you choose not to be, you're right. Yeah.
Well, that's I'd. Well, I think mortals are sort of quite separate from divinity. But,
absolutely, it's one of the greatest gifts they got.
Right. Well, anyway, how's it going with the vault over there? Are you making any headway? And I look over at the.
So,
head.
Lily, your turn. As you are working on this, having your conversation, you have been slowly taking apart many of the outer defenses of this door. The sealing magic that is entraced into it will require quite a bit of dispel magic, as well as your knowledge of trinketry in order to break through it. As such, you are currently requiring 4 dispel magics at this point in time.
I can supply 4.
And it's funny enough because as he mentions headway, Lily's or maybe Tulsha has Bronze head pressed against one of the things on the vault because it was definitely needed for whatever Lily was doing. Yeah, just a couple more things and we might be able to have this open.
All right. Show me what I need to spell and where.
Right, so you see that gear there is one of them. There's a rune that's a little bit above and behind it. It's kind of hard to see, but you might be able to see a little bit of it right here. That one will be easier to get once you get the first one. From there, and then I can't think of all the places, but yeah, Lily would point out the others.
She points out the 4 locations, and you have to cast Dispel Magic on all 4 of them.
All right. One will be at 3rd level, and the rest are at 4th.
Okay, the 3rd level one, you have to roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Guess that's upcast to 5th then.
Yep. As you cast your 3rd level Dispel Magic on the gear rune, I need all of you within 10 feet of the vault to give me dexterity saving throws.
Right.
Where is 10 feet of the vault in this relative space?
The people who are actively standing up there working on it.
After she cast that
So the
first
3
one,
ladies.
after she cast that 3rd one,
Over.
Lily turns to Tosha. Tosha, I don't think you put enough power into that. And then, Jesus.
Okay, this is going well, guys. This is going well. So that is a why advantage, Tolsha?
Magical effect.
True. All right, 16, 15, and 4. The 16 is a success. Everyone else failed.
Nice.
$22 points of acid damage to
We
each
love
of you
22.
as you try to dispel the one magical pocket there, and it immediately disperses and spreads this acid over the 3 of you.
You all right?
Half as much to you who were successful.
We're fine. We're fine.
Ow. Lily, I assume that the acid would do more damage, but I would say that Lily pulls out a quick base from her alchemical stuff and just puts it on the acid so it doesn't completely melt us.
Sure. Yeah.
I got warding bond, so that was halved.
Oh shoot, that's right. That means I do take the extra thing from that.
Yeah,
too.
you do.
Great.
When are you going to take that ring back?
All right, only another hour.
So, you are going to have
Okay,
to
Bron?
upcast on that one. Bron,
I-
I fucking...
I'll tap Braun with, like, you're fine. I'll just do healing word on him.
You see his wounds are already healing from the acid.
Eh.
Remember, I'm immortal.
True.
I could think of so many like ways to abuse that for our benefit, but it would also just be really like a jackass thing to do. I know I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying.
I mean, you wouldn't like it if that was you and he was doing it to your head.
I know that's why I'm saying I'm not going to do it.
Good. Anyways, I'll upcast that to 5th level.
Pick your brain joke.
Alrighty. When you cast it at 5th level, that dispelling does go through, and Lily, you are able to continue your working on this. You have found the 3 different dispellable traps on the outside, and now you are continuing your, working on this. Please roll me another Thieves' Tools check utilizing intelligence.
Oh,
Guidance.
another one.
Yeah, this is a
Oh, boy.
highly protected vault.
Man, I wish I didn't use all my flashes
Oh,
of genius now.
Could I also, would enhance ability work on that as well?
Enhance ability would give me advantage.
Yeah, it would.
I will use okay, I'll do enhance ability. You won't have guidance.
I'll use guidance.
Okay, you'll have enhance
Clover's
ability
had
on
it
it
the whole
so-
time and never used it.
Do
So,
you show yourself casting it, Clover?
Actually, I gave up 2 first-level spell slots. No, she does not.
You already showed us you know Guiding Bolt.
Not everyone.
No, only 2 people.
Bullshit does.
I know you do, but hey, if you want to keep it secret, I'm not gonna call you out on it.
Not great. Not terrible, but not great.
No. Roll your d4.
Oh, right, D4.
22. We'll go for. Damn it.
Hey.
D4. She's not a worshiper. Just 24. As you're going over many of the other protections of this vault, it would appear that there is 6 steel beams bolted into the walls and structure of this construction. You need somebody to be able to grab these beams and pull them out for you. Somebody incredibly strong.
Lily will turn. Hey, who here is incredibly strong or is just too strong for their own good?
I am,
Hello.
according to that book. Speaking of which, who's the one spilling beans on us?
Not I. But I can help you with that. Bernie, you want to give me a hand as well?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Tolsha, athletics check with advantage.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a strength check, not an athletics check.
Well,
I'm gonna-
yeah, that is a strength check. It's just you have the option for proficiency.
So overall, it is technically still just a strength check.
22?
Hey,
We love
Yeah.
22.
Clover becomes a god.
You are not a worshiper of 22. You grab onto one of these steel beams and you start twisting and moving it as best as you can. And with Bernie's assistance, you end up dragging it out from one of the 4 pillars in the wall. It took a lot of effort from you, and you were successful. So then you move on to the next one. This time you have to get standing on top of a platform in order to reach it and start dragging it down, hoping that with your combined weight with Bernie, it will slide. And you will hear this loud cracking sound as the ice that is frozen over inside of the grooves begins pulling down slowly with you. And then you do the next one and the next one. And Bernie, you're just now realizing how, like, freakishly strong your sister is.
Yeah, kind of looking at her with a kind of like, not sure how did this happen? I thought I was the strong one.
That was pure
mean,
brute force on her part. She had no technique.
You are siblings.
Yeah,
Snakes, man, all
I don't know,
muscle.
there's a bit of jealousy happening.
Feeling a little inadequate.
Magic. Don't worry, Bernie. It's magic. You're still stronger than me naturally.
So,
Well,
Now-
sure.
now that the 4 beams are peeled out, Lily, you can see the vault is unlocked. It is not open yet, but it is unlocked. You've dispelled all of the magic that you can visibly investigate that would be precautionary, as best as you can tell. You've dragged all of the beams and twisted them out of there. You've gone through every single nook, cranny, and groove in order to make it unlash itself and become mobile.
But before Lily decides to open this vault, can she do like either an Arcana or maybe Insight check to kind of like imagine, like, so if I was storing a super powerful magical artifact probably into a vault, what might I have there that could contain, like, if it was like containing a radioactive thing, what would I have to contain the radioactivity? I don't know, just
I am so
Some
confused.
bullshit
What?
Lily would think of to save
like-
himself.
That sounds like a lot of bullshit Lily's thinking of.
yeah, that's I might be.
Does it look like everyone's sort of standing clear of where the door is right now?
Not currently.
Yeah,
Nobody's expressed that yet.
I was told to hold the here.
Right. So I think we can open this up now. Just for
All right.
safety.
Thaumaturgy.
Wait.
You
I mean,
cast
I'll-
thaumaturgy, Bernie?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The second he says thaumaturgy, I'm dodging backwards away from the door.
Okay, all of
How-
you
How
within.
far away am I?
I'll say that you're far enough away because you weren't anywhere near it. Everyone else, the ladies, again,
And
Thanks,
and
Bernie.
Bernie, I need dexterity saves from you as you are opening the door and this large cloud of blackish smoke begins filtering out.
Right,
Hey,
that's
that
what I
sounds like
was
magic to me.
afraid of.
It certainly is, Tosha. It certainly is.
It sounds like
Uh,
necromancy to me.
19, because
It-
Bernie's aura.
It certainly is, Miriam.
The one time I could have actually been useful to helping you guys.
One,
Oh, wait,
two,
is
three.
Bernie near us?
Bernie is, yeah. So all of you get a +5.
Okay, 22. I crit.
Clover succeeds.
Come on, I want to see that D100
Kolsha,
again.
19, you failed. Bernie, 16, you failed. Lily,
Ooh.
18, you failed. As the door opens up and this large cloud of toxic, noxious gas begins filtering outwards, you immediately close your mouths, and then you realize as it touches against your skin, it begins peeling away all of that top layer and starting to recess all of the muscle underneath it.
Oh shit! Sorry, I thought you said you could open it.
Okay, let's see where this goes.
35
that's-
points of necrotic damage.
Holy shit!
That'll do it.
Crap.
As Lily looks to Bernie. Bernie, I said, and then she falls unconscious.
Wait, what?
She
That-
didn't heal
Lily's
that
at 0.
much.
What?
Lily was
No!
at 34.
Did we
Don't
just
you
get
fucking
Nathan?
dare!
This was the Nathan thing? Oh my god.
Don't you fucking dare, Joey!
Well, guys,
Huh.
you look over at Lily lying on the ground as this necrotic energy is eating away all of her skin and
Spare the dying?
muscles.
I'm immediately fucking seeing that and gentle reposing this shit off her.
What's the casting time of Gentle Repose?
I think it's an action.
I'll.
As if I use the spell slot, it's an action.
So,
I'm gonna bonus action try to use turn the tide so she can heal to heal her a little bit.
as all of
Okay.
you are trying to do this, there is no healing given over to her. The Gentle Repose seems to be thwarted. And your Spare the Dying. Can you roll Spare the Dying in the chat for me?
Touch.
I'm next to her.
You are next to her, but it doesn't work.
I'll rush over and cast Revivify. I have 1 diamond.
Okay.
Was this negative energy flood?
I need to read something real quick.
Yeah, so this is exactly what I was trying to avoid too, because I somewhat knew this was going to happen. Oh,
Bernie was just a bit impatient at this point.
yeah. See where that gets you, Bernie.
This is the first time.
Some of that Jeriel rubbing off on you.
Yeah, it could be.
Wasn't negative energy flood.
Yeah.
Is it?
It
'Cause
was
if
not
is-
negative energy flood. However, you go over towards her body and you begin casting your Revivify on her. You see that the necrotic energy is still filtering through and attempting to completely consume her essence. Bernie, you see that this arcane practice in magic from the Age of Arcanum seems to be actively trying to stop your divine energies from working
Somebody
in this situation.
dispel magic.
I'm casting Dispel Magic at 6th level.
There you go.
Bernie,
Mm-hmm.
you are holding on to her and trying your damnedest, but your divine energy does not seem to be able to grab on and help. Everyone else is frantically moving. What are you doing, Bernie?
Just trying as much as I can and just not really believing what is happening. Kind of in shock, knowing that this was my fault.
Tolsha,
Can
you
I-
cast your spell, but her essence is already withering away.
Shit.
What's happening?
The
Something
divine
not good.
doesn't work here.
What was that?
That was a precaution. It withers away and consumes flesh.
Can I use my staff of healing for a mass cure wounds on her? Because that's arcane, I think.
There's no healing under this damage.
Oh, shit.
During our era, we fought against the gods. So we knew their powers. We did what we could to stop it.
Can I, like, with my specialty, think of any possible thing for this? I'm a necromancy wizard. I should know how to stop this.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, God damn it, roll 20. Don't server interrupt me now.
And at this point, you see Bernie's just trying to hold on to what's left of her body and just staring at her, fully in shock, and just
Joey, can you roll it for me? It's
shaking.
interrupting my server.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional here.
19. These practitioners were studied by you when it came to necromancy. In theory, healing magic should not be able to work if they put up a precaution in order to nullify that healing magic. Advantage because necromancy? What?
Oh, that was me questioning.
No. There's no
Okay.
advantage because that is
The only
source.
reason I would get this is because of necromancy.
Exactly. However, the divine magics that are intrusive are meant to be shunted because of the source they come from, because they come from a celestial source or body. The only way that a revivify or anything like that would work in this situation was if it came from something that wasn't celestial.
I'm more kind of infernal, if that helps.
You called upon your god.
I did, yeah.
We need something that's not divine in nature to revivify.
Does Lily have Revivify? I'm trying to think if artificers get that.
Lily does have it.
And she's
Can I-
also currently kind of...
The one needing it.
Yeah,
I'm
you can't use her magics. You...
No, it's not. Yeah. Shit. Party loot. What do we have? Party loot.
Wait, does the staff of healing have a revivify option?
It does not.
No.
Damn it.
But any good necromancer always shunts any healing.
Raise that. No, guys, cocaine is the answer.
I have a lot of coke.
Actually, that's a good point. Would I know if that drug might help at all?
No.
Oh, fuck, what items do we have?
Just joking. Shit.
I'm gonna grab the head. How do we fix this?
Well, the soul will stay intact, but the body is going to be consumed within a matter of a minute or so. Possibly a little longer. She seemed tough. You need something to do this. We had arcane practitioners who could call forth that type of magic to do it, and it would still work. We had, well, certain individuals whose will was stronger than that of a god, and it would still work. But anything from a celestial source kind of just looks down. I like that one.
That book. Where's that book?
That's what Clover was actually about to pull out. She stole it from Bernie on the boat.
Yep.
That's why she was missing during that time period. Clover's gonna pull out the book with devils. Names. Remember, we got it from the asylum.
Yeah. And you've been studying this book.
Yes.
Roll me a
She's-
history check. Let's see if you can remember which one might be powerful enough to do this.
She wrote down her favorite powerful names. Okay, we got two. I'm gonna burn all my spell slots right now to get as many rerolls, so I'm gonna have 3 rerolls total. I'm gonna use game advantage as well. Public 22, that's a crit. That's also 6 22s in this session. This is getting insane.
You look through the book, and one of them sparks into your mind. There is a fiend who the only note you have on it is it loves trading. And its powers have been able to trade one life or one body for another.
I can bring her back, but it's gonna be a high price. That's what Clover is gonna say. She still has a coin in front of her. She's still kind of sort of praying.
Is she looking at that book?
She's gonna yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said
yeah,
you
'cause
took
she-
it out and looked at it. You were looking at
Yeah,
it.
she would be looking at it.
Would you? How do you? I thought. Where did you get that from? Like,
I took it back on the boat.
we're not using that. It's
Do you want her back?
yes.
This will bring her back, and we don't
Well-
have a lot of time.
Just call the damn devil. I'll pay whatever it needs.
Okay, I'm calling him. What's his name?
No. It's not.
Miriam looks at you like death in the face.
You don't know what you're getting into with that kind of bargain. There are other ways, Miriam. We can find other ways. This is
Her body is disintegrating.
it's
And
my
none
fault.
of us here have the magic that can stop it.
Yeah. What's the name, Joey? So I can say it.
Are you proficient in Infernal? Or sorry,
She's been-
the other
She's
one.
been learning it. She's been learning Infernal now for a while. Let me
Wait,
see
you've
how
been
to-
learning Infernal. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Wait, what do the life boon leaves do? I thought you eat those and you become a dryad.
Yeah, we can make her a dryad if you guys want to do that. But you have to plant it. That person has to plant it, I think.
Yeah.
Dead.
the name is Yibist, the Soul Trader.
She's gonna say Yibis the Soul Trader. And she has the book open and her coin in front of her.
Alrighty. As you say those words, you all hear a loud cackling happening from behind you. Oh. Little girl, you summon me? You look behind and there's this blacked out shadow within the ice looking at you all.
Well, this wasn't the one I wanted to talk to, but here, Marion. My friend wants to make you an offer. And I'm stepping away from this.
I need you to restore my sister, who I'm pointing at on the ground, from this necromancy.
I whisper to Burin, he's just doubling the problem that we have right now. This is bad.
I know. I look over at sort of Lily's withering body, and then at the devil, and it doesn't look like Bernie's capable of like deciding right now what's best. He's definitely torn.
And what is it that you offer, giant?
I wouldn't happen to have an idea of what would make a good bargain in my head, would it? Would I?
Well, you heard his name, the Soul Trader.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Yeah, he would do this. Okay.
Religion check. Have I heard of this name before?
Roll
Of
me.
this entity.
Please roll. You are proficient in Infernal?
And in religion.
Okay, then.
18.
18.
Yeah. I want to roll 2 because I've also studied the book a little bit, like browsing through it.
Go ahead. 19. Both of you would have heard of the name Yibis, the Soul Trader, and the fact that he has gained a title means he is of a higher planar ability, much more powerful than a common devil that you would come across. Certainly more powerful than a chain devil, and given the fact that he can grant things similar to wishes, you would estimate that this devil in particular probably serves one of the lords, if not directly, as one of the people within their chambers and their secrets.
As part of that religion check, or I don't know if it should be a separate one, but what's the lawbearer's take on that kind of deal? Trading one soul for another.
Bad. Not good at all. That is trading a life for another life is meant to be something not dealt with through devils, when the life you are forfeiting will be tortured and tormented at their leisure, or even worse, be reincarnated in their own image and forced to commit atrocities if they desire.
Yeah.
Not all devils do that, but any devil that deals in souls like this, there is that major possibility.
So as I'm standing there, I'm just sort of trying to gain some sense of stability and focusing back on the lawbearer's teachings. And I'm just, no, we're not doing this. Miriam, there are other ways, but right, we're not doing
to
this.
provide any.
We can get her to a temple.
In a minute.
Her body will be gone.
I rush over to Lily and I rip off her head.
I was muted, but you heard me say, "Oh, Jesus."
I'm going to investigate before I do so to make sure that none of this has spread to her head.
None of it's spread to her head yet.
He's whole personing you.
All right, I'm going for it then.
I'm casting whole person.
Are you guys okay with the PvP?
I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Okay, then. Go ahead. Wisdom save.
Going against that shit. It is a wisdom save, yeah.
Okay. Magical effect, so advantage 20. I go rip off the head.
The fuck are you doing?
Living your sister's life and probably your own. And yeah, that's it.
Angel boy over here, whispering with the devil near his shoulder. He looks over at you, Bernie. Your blood is worthwhile.
Go back to where you came from.
Yeah, Clover's gonna close the book.
Oh, thank God.
You close the book and he remains there.
That's not how that works.
You summoned me,
Clover,
child.
hand me the book.
It floats over to where you are standing, Bernie. What I could do with your blood, one of your lineage. I could get myself a promotion.
I don't care for anything you have to say, fiend. Go back.
You say that
Clover,
as
hand
if
me
it
the
is an
book.
insult, as if you are not
Taking the
one
book
like
won't change
me.
anything.
What was that? What?
I'm gonna hand it over, but I don't know what you plan to do. If you destroy it, it's still gonna be here.
You are one just like me,
I'm
and you masquerade
the
as a
book.
mortal.
taking the book and I'm opening it and trying to find the page with Jib's name.
Okay, roll me an investigation. One simple offering.
I'll use session inspiration.
You give me 1 week.
Ugh, that's crap.
Its
You want
words
Clover?
are drawing something into your mind that makes you very distracted during all of this. 1
Do you want-
week with you, Abati. That's all I need.
Shut the hell up, you fiend! I'll destroy you.
Oh, will you?
Where's the fucking page?
Want me to find it?
It floats over now towards you, Tosha. Your dear sister. The one you are closest with. The one who looks up at you and sees you for who you want to be. Dead on the floor. Isn't that so sad? The only one who truly believes in you. Will you not offer me what I need to save her?
God, you're playing into her right now hard.
We've got what we need. Don't listen to him.
She's the only one who ever saw you as more than what you are. She'd do the same for you. And he flies over now to Mirian. You can stop them. You're more powerful than all of them. Combined, you know this. They hold you back. She lifts you up. She's what you defend. She's what you care about. Then he flies over to you, Bernie. You know they don't see you as anything more than just muscle.
Frantically browsing through this book trying to find that page.
You want me to find it?
I'm rolling this because I did say I cast that and I forgot to roll the effect.
Do you not want to know the secret she's hiding from you? About your
Clover, find
brother.
Help me find the damn page.
Yeah, Clover will, because Clover's way more familiar with this book. Clover will find the page.
I need everybody in this room to give me a charisma saving throw.
This magical?
This is magical.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm not supposed to do this.
Clover, you have advantage.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
So 19, reroll. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I did have advantage, so 22.
20. Do I want to re-roll it?
Lily
I'll add
screwed me over with
2d4.
that natural 20.
Oh man, you got 2 nat ones though.
25.
Okay. Bernie, Mirian. Clover rolled the 25. Bernie and Mirian. As these whispers have been filling your mind, Bernie, one thing separates itself. Lily knows something about your brother? You felt suspicious of something. You felt slightly off now that it's brought to your mind, and now it's surfacing and bubbling. You feel a panic, a need to protect him, unlike anything else, and this creature's words are starting to break through into your mind. Mirian, he's right. All of these people here, your quote-unquote family, you know what family really is. She's the only person in this room that matters. She's the only one who helps you endlessly try to pursue everything that you need to get to your goal. She is the one who would beat up the people who made fun of you back when you were just lanky and tall, who defended you against everybody. The words are seeping into both of your minds, and everyone else in the room, you're seeing Bernie and Miriam's eyes starting to glow slightly with this blackish smoke filtering out from it.
I had started walking towards Marion, but seeing this, I'm stopping where I am and just looking back over at everybody else to make sure they're okay. Clover, get away from him.
I'm grabbing the book real fast and looking through to find this guy's name.
All right, roll me an investigation.
Okay.
You know I'm right.
14.
You just need to offer me 1 week.
So
Yeah, we'll do 14. She's
how what sort of effect am I under? Do I have my own faculties?
This is a
in some-
charm effect, but everything he's saying makes sense to you.
I'm using guidance on myself to have 17 for this.
You're not being forced into anything, Bernie, but everything he's saying is making a lot of sense. And it's starting to sound a little appealing.
As Clover is looking at the book, I'm sort of turning somewhat around and what did she speak? What how did she? Does she know anything about Kurt? What is there something I should know? Where? What? How is Kurt?
Burren, he is in your mind. Speak to your god now.
I think your words to myself, second level. I need HP for what I'm about to do.
He filters over to you now, Miriam, again. Why the hesitation, boy? Would she hesitate for you? Oh, come on, you know. You know she'd already make the sacrifice. It's just your life. You'll find another, and then another, and then another.
Oh, this is really pushing on him really hard right now.
Natalie, you find the page, and this creature, as you are reading through very quickly, it is a master at manipulation. It can read everybody's thoughts and every thought that they've had for the past week just by floating through them. He knows everything everybody is thinking. These may not all be forced thoughts. These are thoughts that they've had somewhere in their minds that he's surfacing and preying upon for them.
Joey, I'm using Sanguine Recall to get a spell slot.
Yep.
I need to roll.
He flies over now to you, Bernie. Yes, she knows. She could tell you if she was here. What's 1 week? How much could I honestly do in just 1 week?
Does it say any way of this getting rid of it?
This book is how to summon them, not how to get rid of them.
Clover, get it away now.
Joey, I slam a dagger into my arm to sacrifice my own vitality for Sanguine Recall, for standing up and just shouting, "Be gone!" and I'm casting Benefit 6th level.
As you're casting that spell, it rotates towards you, Miriam. She tries to take your sister from you. Miriam, what's the highest level counterspell you have?
I have a 6th level slot. I'm sorry.
Miriam, he's not forcing you, but his words are sounding true and right.
I mean, you can see Tulsha's practically distraught right now, and she's trying to get him gone.
Damn it.
But that's the thing. Right now, Miriam has to be questioning if this is the only way to get his sister back.
Evens or odds?
Okay, even or odd what? Even. All right, you have to re-roll because you didn't say.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So odds, I'm counterspelling it.
Okay, roll it.
Okay, so Joey just saved that spell.
You hesitate, and you cast banishment on the creature. Oh, now it has to roll me a saving throw. Charisma, correct?
Yes.
It has a +9 to this. However, you know its true name, it gets a -5.
That's good.
+4, 14.
That's a failure.
As it is being banished away from this realm, you all feel a wave of energy move through here, and this hot, stinky sweat like a swamp pulsing through the entire area as the creature is being pushed away. You will always know they took her from you. And the creature is dispelled away. As it leaves, all of those intrusive thoughts the two of you were experiencing begin to subside, but still remain somewhere in the recesses of your mind.
Everybody gotta calm down.
I go up and pick up the freaking talking skull or whatever the hell he is. Is there a fucking spell in that vault that can save her?
I'll go over to Clover and yank the book out of her hands and slap her face real hard.
It's not your fucking book. What the hell? I was the one that had it in the to begin with.
You gave it to me.
Yeah, to hold on to.
This is exactly what I wanted to avoid.
So, the head looks over at you. I don't know. I only know of the artifact that is held in there. If there is something else, I don't know.
I'm taking the head and walking through the vault.
Same.
The two of you march in there, and looking around, there appears to be 4 objects inside of this vault. The first one is this golden neck guard that looks suitable for somebody who is large. This very long guard that would wrap around the back of your neck and sit over top of armor is designed with a lattice-like laying of silver all the way across it, and the latch in the center has this gigantic ruby on it as well. Past that, you see that there is a spear whose tip is made out of some blackish color shiny rock, and it is jagged and twisted all the way through. Next to the spear, you see that there is a scroll wrapped up tightly and laced with adamantium string. Then on a pedestal, you see a perfect pyramid-like object. Each of the 5 points, has a diamond perfectly angled outwards to be its sharpened edges. And each of the portions of this pyramid seem to have little intricate mechanisms to rotate and move it around.
Miriam, give me the head. Look at the scroll.
I'm identifying or trying to translate, whatever would be easier.
You're opening up the scroll?
I'm identifying it, sorry.
Okay. So you're taking the time, touching your fingers against it, and the scroll, as you read it, is a gate scroll.
Very nice, not in any way useful right now, and I just fucking leave it on the pedestal.
I'm asking Braun which is the artifact.
The pyramid.
Is there countermeasures when you pick it up?
You have to be very strong in order to pick it up. Powerful of your own will.
Casting identifying everything in this room.
Okay.
I'm doing another healing word on myself at second level because I need HP for this. I just have a feeling.
8 healing.
Yeah. And I'll use a, what is it? Harness Divine Power to get a 4th level slot.
Okay.
And I'm casting Death Ward on myself.
All right. Every precaution you can take.
And I'm going to try and get that fucking artifact right now.
So, you reach outwards, having to drop the head in order to grab this very large pyramid, and as you touch it with your hands, your eyes turn white, and all of you look at Tosha as she is completely fixed to the object and paralyzed. And this is where we're going to go on break, everybody. We'll be right back.
Jeez.
Alrighty, everybody, we're back. Oh, let me filter this chat a little bit. There we go. Sorry about the wait there. We were just getting a whole bunch of behind the scenes done while waiting. So yeah, now that we are done with all of that, you've identified a handful of these objects, Miriam. And while you are identifying, Tolsha has touched the pyramid and has become affixed to it. Tolsha, as you place your hands onto this object, your mind immediately is drawn forth out of your body and into a long, white hallway. As you begin to move around and look carefully, you see that there are portraits in this hallway. Portraits of very ancient, old-looking individuals. You see that there is a drow in one of them, mouth wide open and fists slamming outwards as if they were slamming against a wall. You look across at a different one, and you see a human with a look of disgust and hatred on their face. You see a third one, and there is an angelic-looking individual with wings sprouting from the back of their shoulders, the small of their back, and around their legs. They have a look of determination and power.
Are there any names near these pictures?
You go over to the portraits and no names.
Where is... That must be inside the artifact.
As you are walking through here, you see a fourth portrait materialize against these white walls. However, when you go over towards it, there is no image behind it. As you are touching it, everybody on the outside, you all hear the head, you might want to get her hands off of it. Now! Now!
I'll rush up and pull Tolsha off.
Tolsha, as you were going closer towards that portrait, you began to see a silhouette or an outline that looked very similar to you, and then you feel this blast of energy shoot into you as you go skyrocketing backwards, and you land a couple of inches away from the box, or the pyramid, being pushed away by Jeriel.
I think we've lost enough of our party today before anybody else needs to go giving up their life.
Yeah, I don't know what... There's a white room with portraits in there. What the hell was that, Braun?
That is the prison.
The prison?
We said we were going to capture.
Who the hell are those three in there, then?
Individuals that needed to be captured and placed in there. I only know of the one. Archon of the Blazed Ruin.
Was that the angel?
Yes.
Guessing during the war, then, you talked about. Why they need capture.
This angel served a very powerful deity, and as such was granted more powerful magic than many of the other subjects, mortals, that were the entire reason they had power in the first place. On the battlefield, They would fly through, striking outwards, flying by too quickly to be attacked or stopped, massacring thousands of us.
Damn.
One of us made a noble sacrifice to capture it, pretending this object could destroy it. With its moment of arrogance, it took the object, went inside, and stayed there for a bit too long. Thankfully, looked at its own portrait as it appeared.
So that's how it gets you.
You ever hear the expression curiosity killed the cat?
Yes.
Doesn't
I
really
have.
kill it.
Captures it. And I'm guessing that if you just proceed down the hallway without looking at anything, you're fine then.
The portrait will continually try to capture you, but yeah. That's the hard part. Eventually your portrait will whisper to you your own thoughts.
Huh. Well, I've been good at ignoring some of those lately. Miriam, did you find anything that might help?
No.
Shit.
Only thing potentially useful is a gate scroll.
Send a message to Dad, see if he knows anyone that might have arcane means of resurrection.
Don't you have to know the person to use gate?
I think you just need a name.
Anybody who
Yes.
spell list gains access to gate?
Mine.
Actually, no. No, this is
Miriam's.
way too high of a level for any of you to possibly know. Yeah, this is too high of a level for any of you to know. This is something you have to go out of your way to study to know more about. I apologize.
I identified it. I know exactly what it does.
Yeah, it casts the gate spell. That's
Damn
what
it.
you know.
All right, I'm gonna take the 10 minutes to message Dad, see if there's anything he has, possibly.
Alrighty, what do we got?
Oh, are you waiting for me to say the message?
Yeah, let's. What is your message?
Sorry. Lily died to necromantic trap from the Age of Arcanum. Needs non-divine resurrection magic. Do you know of any or anyone?
All right. That divine are the only people I know that commit that type of magic. If there was an arcane way of doing this, unsure. Though you could find a druid. My condolences.
His only answer is maybe a druid.
The only one I know of is Hermes and Blueberry.
My grandfather might be able to help you, but I'd have to message him first to make sure he can do it.
Question: Did Gentle Repose take on the head Because that's going to change what kinds of. Well, actually,
I
never
have to
mind.
read gentle repose.
Actually,
Says a
think-
corpse, correct?
Yes, unfortunately, Lily is beyond what would need that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs resurrection with body enhancement.
So then there's two options. Your dad or Hermes. I have one sending.
Grandfather, but yeah.
Your
Well,
grandfather,
what
I
about-
apologize.
What about Bernie's brother? Isn't he like one of the magic users?
Well, I don't think he's capable of that kind of thing. He's more into, subterfuge. At least.
Who's literally the healer?
Well, sure, yeah, but not resurrection as far as Bernie knows.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something. What about the old man, the old dragonborn that Lily is befriended? They were like the Council of Zartha Kittrell, weren't they mages?
I don't know. Would I need to roll like a history check to try to remember?
No, this was just like barely even a few days ago. You would know that none of them advertised themselves as mages, but you did see arcane focuses on a couple. The old man in particular did not have an arcane focus on him, but many of the people he surrounded himself with did.
The one person we traveled with that was a powerful wizard. I don't remember what his title was.
Druids. What about those Ashari? Didn't we contact them in regards to, that place up in the mountains?
Messaged your commander and they said they'd pass along. I don't know of any.
Right.
Do I remember any rumors of strong druids when we were in the Empire?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
What about that? Well, I think I'm not sure if he was a druid, but he, that what's his name? The Zemnian guy, the one who came. Clover, you remember his name, right?
Gunther?
Right, Gunther. Why? I'm not. And well, I didn't never got to know him, but doesn't he have some sort of?
He's a druid, but
Oh, his okay. Oh.
he's also. This is like, it's hard to explain. He's kind of like somebody that likes to be in the front line. I don't know if he's much of a healer, but it's worth a shot. So, what are our options? Let's just put them out here right now, and then we should just vote or not pick any and just go to the church.
Divine
Church
won't work.
won't work.
Well, okay, we have possibly the old man. We got my grandfather. We got Gunther. We got, you said Blueberry?
I don't know how strong he is. We met him once. He gave us weed. But we know
that
he's a
doesn't
druid
sound-
living near giant beasts, dinosaurs, great apes that are the descendants that Miriam could turn into. Maybe bigger.
Miriam, did you say something about the Lyceum?
That is
They might
another
be.
option.
Gave us weed.
They have wizards of all schools of magic, restoration being one of them.
Right. Because whatever the case is, we also need to take care of getting this object back to someplace safe.
Does anyone else know Mage Hand? I don't think I'll be able to carry it. We just won't.
No. There's also the chance we could go for the Archmage of Diplomacy and see if he can bring the artifact. That might work.
Someone's typing all this out, right?
I'm
Good.
hoping.
think the Archmage of Diplomacy is gonna take that nice little artifact in front of us if we bring him here.
Right. We're not handing over any more of these to the Empire.
Seems you guys aren't out of ideas or plans. Just considering the last one almost had us at each other's throats. I'm just gonna throw out there acceptance.
Gonna get a bad look from Myriad.
If
Burning
my camera
sighs
was
and
on.
There is that.
I lost a few friends of mine on the last mission. Herschel, he had a family. Goblin knew how to play 3 aces, let me tell you that, but I'll miss him.
I have one setting and I can use augury. I know it will work once. That can help us eliminate one option or give us an idea. If we go to the Lyceum, we'll probably be stuck there, away from everything we need to do. Unless you know anyone in the Lyceum specifically that might be able to help.
Why would we be stuck there?
Because it's
No.
on lockdown.
Oh,
One of the reasons why I came out here was to get Lily, because she effectively left without permission, and I just realized I never sent in this damn paper, so I'm probably too.
right. Well, Tulsa, didn't you said you could bring us back to Nicodranus, couldn't you?
I can.
Or was it Phelan?
Nicotronus, but I use that slot. I used that spell ability already to get rid of that fiend.
Right, but well, I'm not saying immediately. But it wouldn't be a several weeks trek to get there.
It wouldn't, no.
No.
But the longer we wait, the more powerful the spell's going to have to be.
It's already just her damn head. It's already going to have to be beyond what we're capable of casting.
I'm going to cast Augury and to see if getting Hermes, if Hermes would be able to bring Lily back to life.
Roll augury for me, please. It's been a while since anybody used that spell. Oh, there it is. By casting.
Very... spell that helped us out with the heist.
So what was your question?
If getting Hermes through this gate scroll, if he would be able to bring
We don't know what gate does. We edited that by mistake.
Okay. Well, if getting Hermes within the next 30 minutes would be able to bring Lily back to life.
You receive an omen of woe.
Not Hermes. So
I think we need to accept that we can't fix this immediately. So right now, we should see if we can't get out of here first and foremost. Let's get back to Sarsith Kittrell as fast as we can, and maybe once we are there, we can, well, see if we can't find some other way of finding some way of resurrecting her, basically.
Except that there has to be a way. There has to be a way. I'm going back into that vault and I'm bringing out the wand of secrets, see if there's something hidden.
There
I was gonna
does not
say
appear to
Clover's
be
going back
anything
there to
hidden
look
in
for.
there.
Well, Clover was gonna go back there to see if there was any magic or illusions.
There's a tremendous amount of magic, as there's been latent magic everywhere, but no discernible illusions that you can peek at.
Somebody help me carry this. I'm casting Mage Hand.
What are you? Oh, the pyramid?
Yeah.
It will require 2 mage hands to carry.
Yeah, I know. That's why she's saying somebody help me.
I don't have that. The best I could give you is Unseen Servant.
That will do.
Unseen Servant could carry it by itself.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just need a ritual cast it. Unfortunately, I don't have that prepared.
Maybe we could put it onto
Misty.
Yeah.
I don't know how much longer she's gonna work.
I mean, she always works, doesn't she? I'm not sure how she works, but
It's infused with magic, and without Lily here, it's starting to wane.
no.
Ron, you said there were individuals that could bring them back. Where would they be? Or where would they have been?
I don't know anymore. I've kind of been stuck here.
Well, where were they when you were when you knew?
They were always closer to the front lines of battle.
We could always just. The Lyceum will definitely have somebody who can do it. Let's just gate to the Lyceum.
I don't know if that would work. I don't know.
One way to find out.
Miriam is going to take Lily's head and just start walking towards that transmit.
You can't. You can't. I got the head. It's wrapped up in my cloak, and that's where it's staying.
Myriad, who taught you necromancy? Would they be able to do it?
That's a great question. God, you want to answer that? Because we never established this.
I asked you to send me your list of everybody a long ass fucking time ago.
Oh God, I thought we already decided that. Fuck.
We should have. So let's look at pinned messages. That's doors in. Nope. Downtime mechanics, master spy. Nope. Nope. Alrighty. Nothing on your character sheet either.
Time to make up a name.
Ah, jeez. It's just a thing I never thought of because it's tied to the Lyceum thing. I kind of like glossed over the Lyceum in my backstory.
Your professor, the archmage, not the archmage, the graduate mage of necromancy at the Lyceum, their name is Quill. Quill Satcher. A 31-year-old female Kenku. And they were appointed as the professor, as they are the only person remotely proficient in, well, necromancy. There's no leader of necromancy. They certainly know more than you do, but that's about what you have.
They be able to help.
Absolutely. They're the most. They're the only person in the Lyceum that really knows more about necromancy.
I could send them a message, or I could do augury, but augury has a 25% chance it's going to be a random reading. a 1 in 4. And I only have one sending. The only other thing is, if you the messaging, can you attach symbols to it?
I think so. It's just it's teleporting the paper, so I assume it has. Am I able to do that? Does the spell specify? Does the Volstrucker communication method specify symbols?
No, you take up letters are just symbols. So yeah, you can do anything that you can write on a piece of parchment that is magical.
Yes, I can.
You send them a message saying, if we need an arcane means to bring someone back to life from a trap from the Age of Arcanum, in return, we can give them the artifact that's here, and then attach that teleportation glyph we found.
What if they just come here and take it?
Well, so there's a few problems with this plan. First off, I don't know the teleportation glyph for this place yet. Second, I don't think anyone at the Lyceum knows Volstrucker communication technology magic.
Well, then you can teach them.
I think standing here is not doing anything.
No.
Make a decision.
Let's focus on our current situation here, and several of us are wounded. We are tired. It's cold, and I think we're all frustrated. I know I am. Just for what it's worth, I only wanted to give you a bit of a jump scare. That's why I usually trust Lily when she says, I think we can open it. And I didn't expect there would be another trap.
What's happened because of it?
I know. And I bear the full weight of that. But right now, I can't do anything to fix this. Neither of us can. So let's start making our way back.
Can you ask Uladon if he has a way? Please. Just if he has a way to bring someone back through arcane means from the dead.
He's gonna take this. She's looking at the trinket. If you get him here, he will take it. And he probably knows we betrayed him, or I betrayed him.
What do you mean?
Told Assembly's probably doing an active investigation on him, seeing as he's been collecting these things without any of them knowing.
Why? Oh, God.
You know this. You were in the room when I told.
I don't remember that.
Wait, what? What happened?
Remember when we met that other politician that was like basically his competitor? He gave us the location to where
I
it
don't think
finally
Polka was there. I think it was just John and Natalie.
It was just John and Natalie.
Yeah, we don't know.
There were more. No, because his no Miriam was there because you guys were collecting the books and stuff and going through them.
Wait, where was this?
This is at what's his name? I have it written down. Give me a second.
Zeladon or something.
Yeah.
That was just John and Nat. I almost 100% because I remember we went there. John had an alias. You were doing your thing. And, yeah,
That was in Zadash. Yeah, that was just you two.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we had Lauren there. That's right.
You still see if he does.
He'll bring her back, but he's gonna take that singularity.
We can close the door. We can offer him Gertrude, that's worth more to him than than the artifact.
Gertrude.
The box of memories.
He'll know where we're at. He's not stupid.
I don't think he knows where we're at until we get him there. We go to him.
You've heard my
He
piece. If you
doesn't
guys want to bring him, but I don't see this going well.
just. Can you send him a message, Miriam? That's all I ask. Because I'm sure he knows. I'm sure he knows the way to send the messages. He's got it. Right?
Let's just take tonight to think about what we're doing.
I agree.
While this is going on, I'm just casting that private sanctum so we're not spied upon by anything.
Okay. So, you set up your private sanctum. Everybody lies here, awake, for a period of time, unsure if sleep befalls any of you. You tell me if you are sleeping tonight.
I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm staying up all night. I don't trust a lot of people right now.
I'm taking that infernal book and I'm wrapping it in chains and rope and binding it tight with like a cloak and stuff, and just keeping it really close to myself. But eventually I'm going to take a rest.
Miriam is going to that table to see if any of any books there on of this kind of magic, if it is transferable away from the corpse.
Good thought. Probably would sleep, but after, it's not going to be a restful sleep. It's her mind's thinking of anything or anyone that might be able to help.
Just gonna make it clear, while I'm staying up and staying watch throughout the night, anybody who starts casting magic while people are asleep, we're gonna have words. So,
Well, I'm 7 rooms away from you, so fuck it.
that's fine as long as I can't see or hear it.
Yeah,
But
it'll take you at least 2 rounds to get to him. You know, that's
More than enough time to become a T-Rex and kill you.
you're gonna need to be bigger than a T-Rex, buddy.
Clover's gonna try to get Misty to follow her, and then fall asleep next to Misty if it follows.
Misty does not leave Jeriel's side.
Jeriel? What?
He has
I
the
haven't
head.
His head.
Oh.
So,
You know, he's gonna want that head back, is all Clover's gonna say, and she's gonna go to her room by herself.
Miriam, roll me an Arcana check.
God damn it. 16.
Looking at this table, the magic imbued into it is definitely something ingenious. The ability to transmog and transmute different types of spells or magical effects that are within proximity to it or being cast and studied upon it is something that could further a lot of individuals' research. But you are unaware of how to activate it. That seems to be your biggest issue. Now, Jeriel, as you are sitting up and awake, you see Misty is staring at you the entire time with its cold metallic eyes. It looks from side to side, and then you hear Lily's voice come out of somewhere on Misty. Standby protocol. Standby protocol. Shut down. And it folds in upon itself and lays still on the ground.
Hey, I just poke it.
It is unresponsive.
That's it.
Morning rolls around. Everyone wakes up. Those of you that slept, of course. Jeriel, 1 level of exhaustion, of course.
Isn't it a con save? And then I'll take it either way. It's fine.
Yeah, the way I usually do it is if you do like little to nothing, like you're just traveling, then it's a con save. You had a pretty grueling day the day before.
Con-
All right, not
Cons-
emotionally, but like.
Oh, emotionally it was draining. Physically, it was a Tuesday.
All right.
Marion also get exhaustion.
If you're staying up, then yeah. So, Marion, you see Misty lying on the ground still.
First thing I'm doing when I'm getting up is I'm sending a message to Blueberry asking, "Hey, Blueberry, it's been a long time, but do you have any method of bringing people back from the dead?" And it's definitely one that's kind of like a sorrowful tone.
Oh, hey, Tosha, I'm so sorry. I could, if you can be real quick about it. They need to, not have gone by any more than an hour ago or so. I need a body, of course. Sorry.
Stop, Blueberry. Clover, what's the name of your grandfather? I'll ask him.
William Gale.
I'll send a message to William Gale.
Don't you need to have like their image as well?
We've met him.
Yeah.
Oh,
You all
right,
stayed
yeah.
at his house.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
He didn't like many of you.
You like them? What?
Many. He liked
No, he did not.
specifically 2 of you.
Yeah.
John and you. Well, no, he didn't like you at that point in time. He was upset with you.
Yeah, because you ran away.
Yeah. So what are you saying, Tosha?
It's morning, right?
For you. For him, it could be even earlier, but old people wake up early.
Morning, sir. I'm Tulsa, Clover's friend. She wanted me to ask you if you have a way to bring people back from the dead for more than a day
Without a body.
without a body.
Clover is gonna say, please make sure he doesn't think it's me. Or if he does, like, this is gonna be real bad. Oh my god, you're not gonna say anything, are you? Okay, this will go well.
Tosha?
I just said I was Clover's friend. I didn't say it was Clover that mentioned it.
Yeah, okay. That's
No,
that's
No, what Clover meant was make sure that the one dead is not Clover.
Yeah, this is gonna.
Does he know Clover or does he only know Natalie?
he only knows
No,
Natalie.
it's-
We have to burn in our spell slot to clarify that.
I mean, I can if you
She'll
would have said to
reply to you. I think you have the wrong person. I do not know a Clover, but I cannot bring people back from the dead. That is something for the church to do. You have my condolences.
he said he couldn't.
Fuck. What about Gunther?
I don't think he can.
Said Hermes, right?
Augury said it wouldn't work.
Elsa, would you mind doing this just to send a message to Kurt to check up on him?
Sure. I'll send a message to Kurt to see how he's doing. And see if he has the ability to bring people back from the dead for more than a day without a body.
You send your message. He might be sleeping. You don't get a reply.
He might be asleep. No reply. I'm gonna roll augury and seeing if using the gate. Would I need a roll to see if I might know more about what gate can do? Since
I
it is-
already clarified,
Right.
even if it is accessible on your spell list, none of
Right.
you are remotely high enough level or learned enough in that particular school of magic to know what it is.
Okay.
Since everything in the kitchen sink's already been thrown out there, you might recall Shale was also trained by druids.
Yeah, I have. Can I use augury to see if getting Shale's help would help bring Lily back to life?
So, you want to cast augury to ask if you communicated with Shale, would that get you closer to finding out how to bring her back to life? Because it has to
Yes.
be worded in a way that you are taking an action within the next 30 minutes.
Yes.
I just realized I'm not on that page right now. Oop, there you go. Shale will reply to you. Or, no, sorry. Augury would give you woe as a reply.
No, it's not Shale.
During all of this, Miriam, you're sitting there next to Misty, just idly patting it. And you get a message. Miriam, would you like to tell me why everything in your sister's room is freaking out right now?
Oh no.
Oh God. Oh.
Mama.
Oh my God! I didn't even think of this. Mom. Lily's.
We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to be emotional sounding.
Emotional and quiet.
Mom, Lily's. there was an accident. This old door with pre-calamity magic. We and he's pausing and like over wording on purpose because he can't keep it straight right now what he's trying to do. Divine magic won't bring her back. And the rest of you just see him like curl into a ball with Misty.
I'll go over and I'm not. Well, Bernie doesn't look like he's sure if Miriam actually would want his support now, seeing as he's kind of the cause behind what happened. But I'll reach out a hand and
He is numb to the world right now. He doesn't notice. If you were putting a hand on him, he's not going to notice you.
I'll just sit down quietly beside you and just put a hand on your shoulder and just gently give a squeeze and just stay there beside you for a while.
A couple of minutes go by. Miriam, you get another message. Come home immediately. Bring her.
Mom, do you know someone?
There's something strange happening. Bring her. Come home immediately. I will not repeat myself a third time. Sorry, a second time.
Right. All right. Miriam, now looking like he has a thread of hope to grab onto. We're going home as I lift up Misty and start walking towards the transportation circle, which I don't know if I can even use as an exit point. Because that's where the
so long as you know the spell, that's teleportation circle. That's what it does.
Yep.
So all of you see him moving over towards that area.
Wait, don't forget the artifact thing. We need your unsound serve it. Oh,
I grabbed the spear. I know I can't use it, but I grabbed it. We're not leaving this stuff here. And I also grabbed Brawn.
Let's
so
go.
we're taking the head with us.
I told him I'd bring him. We might not get to his destination right away, but I'm keeping my word. So they can keep right now.
What about the singularity?
It's not a singularity.
The prison.
We can come
Sure.
back.
Pyramid?
Come back.
One entrance is sealed. The other is guarded by baby white dragons, possibly.
If we can bring this prison with us, we should.
Why would we leave it? Yeah.
Lock up the door. And I'm going to take the time to copy this sigil down in case we ever need to come back here.
All right. You copy it down. Then you have to use a spell slot to be able to cast teleportation circle, Miriam.
Yes, I have 2 5th level spells. Here's the problem. The closest one to home is the Singorn Lyceum.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change out of my new robes and into my Lyceum robes.
All right.
Who is carrying Lily's stuff?
I am, and if there's any part of her body left, I'm carrying it as well.
No,
Oh.
Jeriel has the head, and that is the only part remaining.
Okay.
I'll help carry anything else.
I'm gonna try to bring Misty back. Maybe I can carry this prison. What do I have to? How much magic do I have to try to pump into Misty to get it working?
It was all Lily's.
You would have to
can't.
know tinkering.
We'll
At
give it a
minimum.
shot.
Yeah, it's yeah, Mage Hand makes the legs move. Just yeah.
Hey, I thought, yeah, whatever.
So you all get together. Miriam casts teleport. As you all begin moving through this sigil, moving at a blindingly fast pace, flying across the realm, you all arrive in a pitch black room. Everybody in here is paralyzed other than Miriam, unable to move. And immediately, as you all arrive and come to this realization you are paralyzed, you watch as 20 blades are all grabbed and wielded by the rune knights that protect this teleportation circle. One of them steps forward. Who the hell are all of you? Miriam, you're the only one who
Sky
can...
Speaker. Student of the Lyceum.
You hear in the back the sound of magical twinkling happening. These individuals, did they force you to come here?
No. They are my traveling companions.
Is this a magical effect?
It is.
I'm gonna subtle spell dispel magic.
You can't move.
Subtle
need to.
spell. She doesn't have
Subtle
to.
spell. Yeah.
And what are you targeting? Just yourself?
Myself.
Okay.
Oh, have fun with this. Goodbye, Clover.
You dispel the magic on yourself, and now you are capable of moving. Are you moving?
She's standing still. She's looking at
Wait,
everyone first.
Wait, she can do that? This is
Subtle
on
spell.
third level?
Yeah.
It's
This is just
literally
a
the
normal
most
third
broken
level.
thing in the game.
But does the magic itself have any sort of visual tell?
This is
to
the
it?
No, it
Rune
just
Knights.
paralyzes you all. One of them,
No,
however,
I'm talking about the dispel.
the dispel. No, it doesn't have any visuals whatsoever. Dispel magic's more of a just magical effect. However, one of the room knights immediately presses his blade over towards your shoulder, and 5 of them all have their blades surrounding your neck, Natalie. This one removed.
You're a fun bunch.
For fuck's sake, Clover.
I'm not staying fucking stuck like that where they could just kill us on the
Her
spot.
accent. She's Zemnian. They sent a Zemnian spy here.
Is that what you think I am? Do I look like a spy?
Clover, shut up and for once listen to what people are saying.
Sky Speaker, speak.
She is not a spy. Do what you need to prove it, but she is. I've seen her cast the spell magic before. I know she's magical. She is a cleric to a non-sanctioned god.
Sanctioned God. They all look a little concerned amongst themselves, and from the back you hear, "She is not a Zemnian spy. You can lower your blades from the young lady's throat, or I can break your fucking arm."
Oh, is that my second favorite teacher right here?
It is. You look over, and wearing the headmaster's robes right now is Thunderbrand.
I forgot he got promoted. Wait, did I know he got promoted?
You did not know. He looks over at you, Miriam. Next time you're coming through here, please give us an alert. And he goes over and gives you a hug.
I hug him back like ridiculously tightly and try to lift him up.
Oh, okay. Yep, lower on the spine. Oh, that's good.
It's so good to see you again, Professor.
Relinquish hold.
Yes, sir.
I've already... No, not you. And you see everybody else can now move. I've already scanned all their surface thoughts. Not a single one of them are a spy or trying to kill us. He looks over at you, and you already see tears welling up. I'm so sorry.
I know. I got a message from Mother. Something's going on at home with Lily's devices.
Well, we have to take you there immediately. I'm not allowed to leave. I'm acting headmaster right now, while Headmaster Lyceum herself is dealing with things.
So lots I probably should tell you once this is all over then.
Of course, you're going to be coming back here. Young lady, you're free to come and leave right now, and you're free to be here as well. Please, next time, some people are a bit more gun-ho, and they will threaten a fucking child. But it is a precaution given the state of the wars. I do apologize. And he'll bow his head towards you.
Nod.
Alright. So, Thunderbrand will look down at the sigil on the ground and raise his hands upwards, bringing them down, and you see the glowing of the runes have all shifted around very quickly, and he is teleporting you all away.
I need to buy a sending stone.
We have one. We have a pair. We just don't have someone to give it to yet.
I'm sending 3 guards with you as well. You are going to have to come back here immediately after you have time.
Of course, Professor. Headmaster.
Yes. He casts teleport, and you all arrive outside of your mom's villa. The small home that is very tall, meant to suit the Goliath family reasonably well, is surrounded by a beautifully large garden on all sides. Varieties of different beautiful flowers are growing all along this little court. And you see a beautiful lattice structure on the side that has yellows, whites, and blues of many different gorgeous flowers all around it. As you've arrived out here, you see there are 2 of the Rune Knights behind all of you. Blades stowed away, and one of them gives a religiously significant gesture towards this home. And then he removes his helmet, revealing an elf, and the other individual removes their helmet as well, out of respect.
Miriam approaches the door.
The door slams open, and you all look at a very tall and powerfully built Goliath woman. Her hair is braided on the sides and long in the center, going down to the small of her back, that has streaks of gray all throughout it. The heavy crow's feet and unrest underneath her eyes show a tired and, well, experienced individual before you. As all of you look at her, everybody in this party is aware of the robes of a priestess that she is wearing.
I'll give her a respectful nod, but not say anything.
She'll go up to you, Marion. So?
Sorry, what did you say? I was...
She goes up to you. So, these are the people that have been keeping you away from home.
Yes. technically true. I would.
She'll grab your hand, squeeze it. Very strong.
We haven't really been keeping you, Miriam.
Come inside. She brings you all inside, and she'll look over at the two guards. The two of you will remain out there. You are not welcome inside of my home after ransacking it the last time. The two of them respectfully bow. When you and your sister went missing, right before the war really started kicking off, they needed to investigate your rooms to make sure neither of you were secretly Zemnian spies.
Wait, the war has started?
Yes.
How long?
A month ago. There was mages that attacked the Lyceum directly.
Oh no.
They infiltrated inside thanks to students' robes. You being missing students, they were curious if they were your robes and wanted to investigate to see if they could find anything. When there, they murdered 6 people before they were captured. Now the Lyceum is on full lockdown.
Wow, we have. Whew, okay.
You
How does
hear
Natalie look at that revelation?
Natalie wants to talk to Warren.
What? Who?
So, you hear a voice echoing from down the hallway. And Miriam, it is a voice from your sister just a few years ago. She sounds younger. It's been doing that all night. Since the late hours in the morning. Everything that she made stopped moving, and one of the journals started speaking.
I take Misty and I go into her room, I guess.
As you get back there, you hear a much younger Lily's voice speaking out. Forge protocol. Forge protocol. Contact him. Forge protocol. Forge protocol.
Forge protocol? What?
I was hoping you would know. Where is she?
At this point, I awkwardly, sorry, buddy, I'm about to put you in front of a cannon.
I kind of like step away from Jeriel.
She's here. What we could save of her.
She'll approach over towards you, look you up and down, and give you a very respectful half curtsy.
Man, I'm very sorry. And I'm just gonna give her a hug. I'll take the mantle off of my side and not gonna open it, but hand it over.
She takes the mantle and begins squeezing it against her chest.
Need a druid or someone arcane to bring her back. We tried.
There is
I
a
think-
crack of lightning that you all hear. Who did this?
It was a tower in the ruins of Dracadia. It was booby-trapped with pre-calamity necromancy.
I am the reason she died.
Wow, okay, this is gonna be fun.
Step away from Bernie.
I look down at the ground and then just look straight at Miriam's mom.
This towering priestess slowly rotates her head over towards you. And you hear another cracking of lightning, heavy enough to quake the building. What do you mean it was you?
I opened the door, not knowing if it was safe, though I thought it was.
Step out of my home.
Ooh, okay.
Understood. I look at the others in the group and I will make my way to Drinna.
As you leave, she waves her hand and the door slams with a very crashing and loud anger.
Poetic.
Yeah, that was kind of never mind.
It is not the fault of individuals for making a mistake. If another one has to suffer, it is not their fault.
Miriam
It's
just
only the faulty of man that causes things like that.
Miriam kind of gives his mom a hug.
Do you remember the old story she always used to tell us about?
Which stories?
The ones of the tales of all of those heroes that she loved.
Yeah, I remember.
She's a collector. Tyrion Darrington. The full series. Everything he's ever worked on. She finished reading them all by the time that she was 7 years old. Every single one. No matter how terrifying the story got, she always found it entertaining. What was the name of her favorite character again, Marion? Dobby.
Doty?
Doty.
Doty. The automaton.
Yes. It's the reason she started tinkering in the first place.
I got a thought in my brain, DM, but I don't think Icebreaker's this crazy.
What is your thought?
My thought is I need to take this head into her room to start freaking making her a robot body.
I don't want to give some sort of false hope as she's stopping on a page near the end of this book that you recognize it's yellow and it's from the bank. There's two names in here of people that aren't holy that have that power, for sure have that power to bring somebody back, but one of them doesn't. One of them would be grateful, but I don't know what they do with freedom. And the other one seems to be very greedy.
There's
Clover,
no
please.
otherworldly being that
It's
can help us in this matter, young lady. Thank you. But my daughter she's a brilliant individual, and I'm sure she did everything in her power to do everything right.
She did.
She begins walking down the hallway.
Tolsha, can you give me Lily's tinkering book? The one that has her blueprints.
Yeah, here. You
I'm
think
gonna
that
try to look for this forge protocol in through her belongings or through her notes. If that's, I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. I'm trying to scratch something.
When you say Forge Protocol, you watch as Misty eyes light up. And then head looks over at you.
Misty?
Forge Protocol.
Forge protocol. Yes, this way. And I lead her over to Lily's room.
As you go into the room, and Misty, who is incapable of moving, just the head seems to have activated with just barely enough magic to become semi-conscious. You see your mother sitting on Lily's bed, sobbing gently and still holding on to the head. And Misty looks over at the table where the voice of your sister, Forge Protocol, Forge Protocol, Forge Protocol, Forge Protocol. The two of them seem to be bouncing off one another.
I guess I move Misty to the table. I'm not entirely sure what's happening.
As you get over to the table, you hear mechanisms from underneath it beginning to unlock. This being the shortest table in the entire house, meant to be suitable for young Lily, the Goliaths have never looked underneath it before. And you see the mechanisms begin twisting, and a secret drawer opens up. And there's a journal in there.
I take the journal out.
Seems to be from your sister just several years back. You open up the first page, and on the cover it reads, Forge Protocol. The construction of an artificial life form like Dodi. One that is conscious and sentient of its own adventures. And it has a recipe laid out before you. In the notes written by your sister, requires the soul
see what I can do.
of a individual to live inside of this. Further research on constructing souls I will do after college.
Process.
You mad little
We'll see what I can do there.
gecko. Little gecko.
Misty looks at you and then looks at the notes.
Replies. We're on lockdown.
What?
Why
You are not muted.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was reading.
No, you're good. Go ahead and mute.
And look over the instructions. Does it involve Misty at all?
It does. It involves the energy power source of Misty, or something similar to that of Misty, which could only be constructed by a very powerful artificer like your sister. As for the mechanisms and gears and everything else, the vast majority of the belongings are things that your sister would just have here, always salvaging and scavenging everything that she could in order to construct it. The last remaining inconclusive piece that she needs is a willing soul, which she, at her younger ages, was conscientious enough not to just experiment with, and instead wanted to see if she couldn't artificially create a soul.
Miriam's gonna kneel down to Misty, put his head to her head. Thank you.
Forged protocol.
Thank you so much. And I go to and I begin the process of removing her power core. Which I think I know at least enough to open the damn thing.
So, you open up Misty, the latch opening wide, and Misty will use her talons to remove the core. And as they are removed and hands over to you, Misty shuts down for good.
All right. Never thought I'd build a body like this, and I start getting to work.
Marion, what are you doing?
My little genius might have found a way to cheat death at least once.
Your mother gets a very solemn look in her eyes, and then sees yours. Closes her for a second. Well then, we have to at least try.
Hearing that, can I head down that way?
Yeah.
You might have a way.
Marion
You
believes
know,
so.
leave it to my sister to think of every possibility, including her own death.
Sounds exactly like her.
Come on, this is going to be very complicated, and while I am clever, I don't know how to use half of these tools.
I want to ask you this, Joey. Could I use the spell Borrowed Knowledge to try and channel Lily's genius for a little bit for this? Because it's...
Yes.
For flavor, yes.
Yes. I don't even want to have to read that spell. Yes.
Let's get to work.
So?
Oh, by the way, Mom, this is Tolsha. She's my other sister. As I start laying things down. Because you gotta make things awkward.
Didn't think we'd meet like this.
Me neither. Okay. The three of you begin getting to work. Moving throughout the house, going into the backyard, grabbing every single mechanism that you can find, every gear that is very meticulously labeled in her younger handwriting that, luckily, Miriam, you are proficient in reading, despite the fact that it looks like crap. You go through everything, starting to put mechanisms together, grabbing plates of metal as well to guard and protect around as much as you can. You realize that Misty is the chest cavity of this mechanism.
Aw, she's her heart.
Oh,
And the infusement of the soul means that you need to beckon forth the soul towards the object and attempt to bring it forth into it. A few days go by, everybody. The three of you are working tirelessly, endlessly, constantly trying to figure out everything and rework it to make sure it is as perfect as it can possibly be. Covering yourselves in grease and with scars from the metals. At the end of the 3 days, you look at a contraption. This standing metal suit of armor inlaid with runic markings all throughout it that are exactly to the specifications that were written down inside of the journal. You know now that you have to infuse some type of magic to summon forth her soul and hope that this mechanism has enough power inside of it to sustain that. Okay. We can cast a spell, right? That will call forth her soul, as if we were bringing her back to life. But we need to infuse this with as much life and divine energy as we can. Excuse me, everyone here staying in my home? Divine energies? Anybody?
I can do what I can.
She'll look over at you, Jeriel.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, just so we can get this on track. Yeah. He'll walk up.
He'll walk up. Are you saying anything, or that was?
No, I would have imagined over these 3 days, though, I've told her what Miriam had attempted to do and inquired about her own religious practices and had those types of conversations. So we don't have to go into it, but I mean, at some point that's happened.
Fair. Okay, that's fair. She'll.
But yeah, she would know my background at that point too. So yeah, at which I'd be more than happy to try to assist.
Very well. I don't think this will be enough. We require more divine power. The church is trying to set up for the war right now. We need someone. We need a cleric. We need a paladin. We need more.
I'm a cleric, and Burn is a paladin, the one that you kicked out.
You find Natalie, I'll find Burn.
Natalie wanted to see the Lyceum.
I'll send a message to Natalie. Get back to the house.
They are not showing you the Lyceum.
Not without me and a guard.
No, they're not showing it to anybody right now. It's on full lockdown. But anyways, Jeriel. Or Bernie. Over the past few days, you walked out, and unfortunately these guards were incapable of escorting you back to wherever you need to go. However, they were able to point out that there is a local post inside of Singorn that they can get you over to and point you in the proper direction so that they can ship you back over to the coastline. This is a recruitment center, but it is the best that they could possibly offer.
Yeah, so I'm heading there basically as soon as I can, figuring that I'm reasonably unwanted at Miriam's house, and while I've been sort of waiting for the information I need, I'll have been writing down my report of the things that I deem relevant for the order to know about what's happening in over in Wildmount.
All right. While you are doing all of this, you are going to have to spend, from their description, a week there before they ship everybody out with the new recruits.
Right, okay.
And as you are there on the third day, giving your reports and getting back into the regiment, you end up being tracked down by Jeriel.
I mean, if Tolsha's got the sending.
Well, Tosha needs to save her magic.
Sure. All right. Yep. I'm just running out, literally screaming Bernie, and then running by people. You seen a tiefling, armored and that way? Okay.
And I'm probably practicing some drills with some other recruits when I see Jeriel coming up.
Oh no, you hear him before you see him.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
So, Bernie, you hear the very loud and, well, I don't want to say manic or panicked, rushed voice of Jeriel screaming to you as you are going over drills with individuals, and you see him running directly towards you.
Hey, how?
Come on, we gotta go. We're
What's happening?
her family. They need us right now. Not a lot of time.
Where are I'm not
Back at the home. They need you specifically. Come on, let's just hurry and go.
okay. Oh yeah, I look over at one of the more senior officers there, and
he looks over at you and give you a nod. Take care of business.
I'll be back.
And I'm just like pushing through the soldiers as I'm like running back out.
So
I'm just rushing after.
The two of you run all the way back to the home, where the magical vials are being set up all around the house right now, with these long tubes that are made out of some type of mechanism that Lily constructed years ago when she was younger. Something to filter magic from one source into another one, just out of curiosity. See if she could do it. Once you arrive there, you see Tolsha is currently standing in front of an incredibly large glass vial, and Miriam is over towards another one, checking to make sure that is fixed properly. And you see their mother, who looks over at you.
Question. Can I still have a vial of Lily's blood. Can I try to use that to make sure it's her soul that gets into here?
You can use that as a focal point with the mother if you would like. The
Definitely
head
use
would
it.
definitely be more useful.
Yep.
Their mother rotates over towards you, Bernie, and takes 2 steps over towards you. It is not the fault of man for making a mistake. It is in their nature to have faults and to learn from them.
Agreed.
Well, we need you.
I'm happy to help in any way I can.
You have a divine connection, correct?
I hope I still do, at least.
Well, we need a tremendous amount of divine energy to be able to breathe life into this contraption Lily designed years ago.
All right, I will do what I can. In my hand, I'll clutch the amulet that Lily actually made for me, the one that gives me more channel divinity.
Sister, I take it you're not shy. So if it's too much, just avert your eyes. I'm just gonna start taking my clothes off. I'll keep my briefs. I don't need those, but I do need to strip down a little bit.
So, each of you with divine magic, including Clover, are brought over to a different vial. This large filtration system, as it is described to you by Mirian and his mother, you just need to pour as much radiant or divine energy as you can muster into it. Neither of them are quite sure how much that's going to take. You are imbuing this with the divine energies that give life, in the hopes that the soul, when it is summoned forth here, can attach to it. Now, this has never been performed before, as far as I'm aware. But we need to give it all. Tosha, please begin.
I'll start off by. Would Raise Dead count?
All of your divine magic, spell slots, everything.
Doing all that, the 2 I get from Harness Divine Power and the 1 from Sanguine Recall. So let me do that for the 6th level real quick.
You all watch as powerful blood magic begins pulsing into this vial, and the runic markings closest to the system connecting between that vial and the construct begins glowing. Good. Seems to be working, at least in parts. Mirian? Please check everything as it is happening, okay? We need to make sure this is perfect.
On it.
Jeriel?
Okay. So for Jeriel's part, he'll start pumping as much essence as he has in relation to his god. So I'm gonna be dumping Healing Hands, Platinum Dragon feature, Detect Good and Evil. I got Light Cantrip, and then lastly my Radiant Soul. So when I'm triggering this, you see the purpose of removing his clothes as these very large, almost metallic looking wings start emerging from his back. He almost like stands more upright, an inch or two taller, and his eyes just start radiating this crazy light as he's trying to focus all of it into this diluted object, and probably not being as potent as Tolsha. He might start letting some of his blood into it, and sacrificing portions of that as well.
You see the portions that Jeriel is imbuing glow brightly and vibrantly once the blood begins filtering as well.
And probably for the first time since meeting him, even when he was exhausted, you see him tired, and the wings just like clip away in an instant.
I don't know. I would have also done Divine Intervention to see if I could have pumped more than I'm capable of as well. I forgot to mention that.
Roll me a D100.
Oh, so close.
God damn it!
Oh, close. As you are focusing and channeling everything, you call out to your newfound goddess. You see a shadow in one of the corners and a golden eye wink towards you, Tolsha. She'll look over at you, Natalie. Please, whatever your unknown deity can do, please.
Can I pray? What?
Spell slots, woman. Spell slots.
Okay, she's gonna cast Beacon of Hope, subtle spell, of course, because she doesn't do anything, and then 6th level Cure Wounds.
As you do that, you see the mechanism begins shaking and quivering very, very aggressively right now. I have no idea if any of this is working. Mirian, I need an Arcana check from you.
Right.
Subtle spell, so it honestly looks like she did nothing.
God fucking damn it. 14.
14.
Reroll.
Oh, you have that back.
Yeah, she slept.
18. I'm rolling low today.
Do you want to reroll? Go for it.
Fuck it. Why not? We want to make sure this shit works. 24.
There we go.
24. By your best estimations of this, the automaton is beginning to gain some semblance of artificial life. And whatever Natalie is doing is making it a bit more animated, if not making it more lively. However, Tolsha and Jariel are both making it very lively. So this is, in theory, working. The amount that you are giving into this is substantial. It may be enough with everybody active, though. You definitely need more.
Seems to be working. We need more, though.
At this point, I'm stepping up to. How did you describe the font again? Sort of.
It is
Vials.
a very large vial that you
Right.
filter your magic into, and then gets filtered through these large hose-like objects into the automaton.
Right. So Bernie starts punching himself, smiting himself, and dripping some of that nose blood into the vial.
You want a flail there, Chief?
This is how he punishes himself
So,
for what happened
as you begin
to some extent.
to do this, Bernie, you feel closer to your god than you have in quite some time. Not from the wailing, he does not believe in the self-mutilation and punishment of an individual, but on the purpose of what you are trying to do. As you filter through with as much magic as you can possibly muster into all of this, every ounce of worship and every ounce of belief that you have, it begins filling up. And Miriam, you are watching as it's almost activated every single rune. There is runes on top of the head that just aren't there quite yet. It seems a little bit shy. Bernie, you hear a voice. Child. You need to believe in yourself. Your God empowers you, sure. Even loves you. The will of a mortal is more powerful than any god.
How can I believe in myself when I failed her? And who are you?
I'm the one helping your sister. Trying to show her a better way to family. Believing in yourself is a choice. Failure is an action. Do you want her to die?
No.
Do you want her back?
Yes.
You feel a very warm hand on top of yours. And then on the other hand, you feel a scaled grip squeeze firmly and tightly. Then will it?
And at that point, Bernie sort of lets go of any preconceived notions of what faith and belief is, and just focuses on all the memories that he's made over the course of the last year after meeting and traveling with Lily, laughing, crying, pranking each other, and all kinds of fond, some bittersweet memories. And most of all, the regret of that one impulse he had a few days earlier to try and prank, and how that backfired. And just the immense feeling of loss that he's felt, and how that sort of uprooted his sense of belonging. And he sort of, with a deep sigh, channels all of that into a single smite, more powerful than any he's ever made, and simply punches straight into the vial.
As he's channeling all of this, everybody, you've been capable of feeling Bernie's aura, his need for protection, his need to guard all of you in order to keep you safe, in order to keep you together, to keep you whole. This aura shifts, and you feel all of this emotion filtering through it. Closer and more understanding of everything that has transpired up until this point. As all of you feel the willpower filtering through this area, Bernie, you hear your god. Good. As that first word that you've ever experienced from your divine tutor is spoken to you, you unleash your strike onto the vial, and this pulse of large divine energy filters through and slams into the automaton, shooting it up into the air like a jolt of lightning all the way through it. At that point in time, Miriam, Lily, your mother, drops to her hands and begins the loudest prayer she has ever given. Praying to her God to ask for any favor she has. Allow this soul to choose her destiny and her future. As that happens, Lily, you have been in a different realm. Anything that you imagined became reality here. You imagined Misty, but Misty who could do whatever she wanted and started playing around, and you imagined friends and people, everything that you could love. All of it feels amazing. But then you see this large object appear before you. It flattens out and it creates a large pool of water that you can see through. As you look through all of this, you see your friends and family. You hear the prayers, you see the divine essence of all of their gods standing behind them, helping them. And you see that, well, rudimentary drawing that you had created many years ago. And you watch as from that divine gate, entities step through it. One, a dragon who filters all the way through. Another, a powerful golden-skinned woman. The third, just a shadow with a soft golden smile. And then a fourth, a blonde-hair woman who travels across on top of a carpet. Then you see a beautiful elven woman, the depiction of your mother's faith, come through as well. The dragon speaks first. Young lady, I do not know you, but as one made of my influence, I'm curious. The elven woman. So, this is the troublemaker who caused so many prayers for so many years to keep her safe or out of harm's way. You see the shadow gives you a wink, Lily?
Yep. Right.
This is unconventional, the dragon speaks. And then the beautiful woman. It is. But it is the will of mortals. We are not creation. She is creation. How do you even know she wishes to return? Then you see the shadow move over to you. Would all of you old heads please let her speak for herself?
I mean, it'd be good to get a word in with these figures. And the dragon's obviously the platinum dragon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially one that my mother, the deity my mother worshipped, the other deity my other mother worshipped. Although the internal bickering, like drinking this pina colada and watching, that's really entertaining too. Do you want anything here, by the way? There seems to be more of these if you want some.
These mortals. Child, there's not a lot of time remaining. Please. Your friends and family are trying to bring you back. You feel what they feel right now.
Yeah. I lost people important to me when I was young too, and I don't really wish that on anyone either. Especially Bernie. I'm gonna give him so much shit for this afterwards, but I he I care for him. I don't want him to lose anyone else. Well, how does this work? Do I just jump through this little glass portal thing? You gonna
Lily wishes to return home now. This is unconventional still.
I think you'll find I'm never been one for common convention.
She is immortal. We've given them free choice. She has not broken any laws in what she is doing. I would know. You would allow a new creature to exist? We defend mortals, not our ideals. He looks back through the gate. The dragon gives a small little poof of his nose. If it is the will of mortals, I am outvoted in this matter. The elven woman goes over. If you wish to go home.
I do. Quick thing, real quick thing before I go. She turns to the Platinum Dragon. Thank you for what you did for my mom and everything. And there's an old man down there who you probably know, and he's looking for someone, right, for that shield of yours. Can you help him along the path, please? I don't know how much time he has left. And yeah, then Lily will go through.
You bratty little... You jump through.
Yep, that's me.
As you are descending through the outer and upper planes, moving down at this blinding speed, you feel that divine energy filtering through all of this, mixed together with the nearly impeccable arcane magistry that was utilized in order to filter into it. As your soul jumps into this new construct and body. Everybody watches as the magic you've all summoned fades. The automaton remains still. And as a moment goes by, one of the eyes lights up, and then another. Lily, you are inside of a very stiff, very, very oily automaton. You can feel every single inch of its constructed body perfectly, and you can immediately sense all of the imperfections as it was created by Mirian and your mother and Tosha. I mean, for people who aren't you, they did an exceptionally amazing job. You're going to have to work on yourself a lot to be able to fix this.
Don't worry, working on herself is something Lily's been doing this entire campaign.
And as you look forward, you begin to move, and everybody else sees the automaton begin moving.
How do we know it's her?
Lily?
Lily?
Your mother walks up to you, stands looking slightly down at you, you being significantly taller than you were before in this Warforged body.
Oh, so I'm taller? Oh, shit.
You're
Okay.
taller than you previously were. Not taller than a Goliath. And
mean,
she
looks like-
slaps you in the face. And you feel that entire sensation, Lily. You stop playing your pranks on us right now, young lady.
But Mom, it would have been so funny to.
She immediately grabs you and just starts squeezing.
You brat. I join her.
That's
Same.
exactly what the Platinum Dragon said.
Unpacking that later. Hug now.
So,
Yeah, Lily hugs.
oh, you evil, diabolical little genius.
Hey, I wouldn't say I'm evil. Everything else, yeah.
Well,
Ah.
as you are hugging everyone back, you notice your arm on the left side goes limp during that hug. They did not do a perfect job. You're going to have to fix this. Probably over the course of a week or so.
Oh, goodness.
But I think this is a beautiful place for us to end the session. Holy fuck, that took a really wild turn this time. Players, thank you all very much. Viewers, thank you very much. And we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.